But maybe the biggest potential return that was hinted at today by Bill Simmons on his podcast.
It feels like it's going to be Friday. Dallas. Okay.
Was the return of Mr. Jayson Tatum for the Boston Celtics, who has been out the whole season with that Achilles injury suffered from, last year's playoffs. It's been unclear if he would come back for sure or not this season, with Boston still playing so well without him, but they still have a chance to win the title. So Bill Simmons said that he expects Jayson Tatum to return as early as this Friday when the Celtics take on the Dallas Mavericks. And my goodness, that could be extremely huge if he's able to come back this early and have a month of games to play before the playoffs.
Do the Celtics immediately go to the top of the East contenders if he has an entire month to play before the playoffs? I think yes.
Interesting. Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. I somehow didn't hear about that Bill Simmons report, but boy, that would be huge for the Celtics, as you guys mentioned. If he had like a month to ramp up, like wow. And yeah, the Celtics would be right up there. I would say it's top contenders to win the East. If, like it's gonna be the exact case with him coming back. I have been impressed with them playing pretty well without him, and yeah, it's tough to say between like them or like the Cavs or the Knicks. Who would like come out of the team. But I mean, Tatum came back. I think with the top teams in the East, it just make the playoffs a lot of fun in that Eastern Conference. It'd be tough to predict who could win, and stuff. So he comes back, definitely make the playoff picture more interesting.
But no, Jayson Tatum coming back for Boston, obviously would be huge. Looking at their schedule, it would be crazy, actually, if he came back on this Friday when they host the Dallas Mavericks. They'd be throwing him right into the fire because they play Dallas at home on Friday, then a 3-game road trip at Cleveland, San Antonio, and OKC. How in the world did that get scheduled as a 3-game road trip?
There's no way he plays that.
That would be absolutely incredible. But yeah, to your question on if they'd be the favorites in the East, I feel like on paper, they kind of would have to be because they're the only team that you really trust, really, to make it that far, that has the prior experience. But at the same time, like, that'd be kind of crazy. A month for him to get reintegrated into the lineup with a whole new team. Like, this is a brand new team that he'd be coming back to. Like, I think it'd be very tough.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, like you said, they have the experience. If I have anybody that's like in any trust to have a person come back and reintegrate into a brand new team, it would be Jayson Tatum because he's still got the main guys there. Pritchard,
who's better?
Derek White, Brown. Who?
Integrating and doing that role is James Harden.
Who's
Jayson Tatum, low key. He's great next to Derek White and Peyton Pritchard and Jaylen Brown, and he was great next to KP for a year. I'm not saying he can't come in and beat Jayson Tatum. I'm saying it might be more of a learning curve for him than I think. Like James Harden has been a very smooth transition. I also think, like I said, I was thinking about this earlier. I think Boston, like you said, Miles, has a new team. Like they have guys like Baylor, Shireman, Kada, who are out there playing big time roles for them right now in the midpoint of this season. And honestly, I think they're undersized.
Yeah, that kind of has been something that you'd worry about. But Tatum would be a huge addition because he could come in right in and play 4. Now, would teams go right at him to try to test him out? Absolutely. And could that be a big problem? Yeah, which is why, it'll be very interesting to see him come back and see if they could navigate through that enough in time to go on a run. Most likely, their first round matchup, if they can stay the 2 seed, which could definitely happen, who knows? That whole, top of the East could jumble up a little bit. But if they could get the 2 seed, I think that would be, the position they would want, because then you'd play, one of those playing teams like the Heat, the Magic, the Hawks or the Hornets if they jumped up, instead of having to play the Sixers or the pesky Raptors or, someone like that, which could help them out. But man, that would just be such a fun storyline for the final month of the season, because not only do you wonder if, he'd be able to be integrated with those new players, but I guess my biggest question would be, would he be able to exist and function on the floor trying to come back with him not being the best player? Because I think Jaylen Brown, for this season, has to be their number one player. Like, they can't go away from what has been working the whole season. And Jaylen Brown has been awesome. So, I wonder if that'd be something that could be a problem.
Jaylen Brown was kind of the best player technically in the year they won the finals. So